Hey guys, this is the first video of the YouTube channel here. It's the YouTube channel Backend God. Here I want to explain you today how to implement the normal chatting aspects in your OnlyFans agency. It's really important to look um, on the outside from the OnlyFans business, that you understand how selling works and then you implement it in your OnlyFans agency. So I created here a sheet with 8 selling points that are very important in my opinion for the back end. So the first thing here in the selling guide is that you use, here you can see it on the point one, the fan's name. It's really important because when a fan will see that you are handle the conversation more with taking care of his name, then he will think, okay, I get much more attention from the model, or in this case, the chatter, than in otherwise when you didn't do that. For example, when you did here, like, Michael, you are already turning me on. In this case, normally you wouldn't write here, Michael, but in this case, you are pitching directly on the name, and that's important in selling chat, that you rename or name the that you tag the name as often as you can, or you text with the name as often as you can. Or here in this case, I love you, how you talk to me, Liam, and then with the name in the end. It's really important, and it will make your conversation really good, really better. So next point is the point number two: ask open-end questions. It's, to be honest, it's normally really simple, but you have to explain it, and you have to think about it clearly, and then and you can implement it in your chatting. For example, in the normal daily life, you take care of the most conversation with the closed questions. It's like here: do you want to buy a video? He can only respond with yes or no. There are no other response in this case. And when you ask like an open question, then you ask, for example, what would you make a custom video really hot for you? In this case, the sub can answer from A to YZ, you know, the whole alphabet. He can answer anything. And that is the most important thing, because when you answer closed questions, you broke up the conversation. But when you answer like open question, the sub is like, he must write a small text or a small texting answer, and that's important, because on the small texting answer you can go on this case, on this case, on this case. For example, here, right here, mm, simple, a simple answer here on this case. But from this simple answer, you can push the conversation in this direction or in the other direction. You understand? And that's really important here on the open questions. You have so many options when you sell on the OnlyFans, with open questions and not with closed questions. And the emotional invest is also more from the subs side on open questions, because he have to bring an invest in you. The invest is more texting. Yes, that's it. The number three here in our selling points. Find out where is he at emotionally or sexually. That's really, really important. When I started my agency, I don't really remember that, but it's one of the most important things. When a fan or a sub is not emotionally or sexually interested in you or on this like level where he's want to buy anything or want to watch anything, then it's like horrible to sell because it didn't work. And that's really, really important thing that you have to implement before you pitching or you're selling anything in your selling chat. Try to find out where the sub is emotionally or sexually. You can do it, for example, here when you're writing on a scale from 1 to 10, how horny are you right now? For example, this is one where you can find directly out where's he. But you can also do it like indirectly. For example, when he pitching on the sexual aspect in this in the conversation, then you know and you will see that he's also emotionally and sexually on a level when you can start with a script. But when it's not the case that the sub is pitching like the sexual part, then you can write also that's more like indirectly what got you turned what got you so turned on right now, me or the through of what I might do next. This is like an indirectly question what you can implement in your chatting, because this one here, the 1 to 10 ratio, is really, really direct, and a lot of fans are not that lovely of the direct things, like I think about it. And yes, this is good question you can implement because it's like more indirectly, and the fan is not like, okay, I have to open myself and my emotional feeling for you directly. We can start slowly, and that is the way with this question. But when it's, for example, an high spender, or you know that he's right now on the right way to get horny, then you can also write like this question with the direct part. So number four, use hypnotical questions. So in this case, it's like more um, that you get him in a fantasy, and he will think about a fantasy, and because of the fantasy he um, think more sexual and will, yeah, buy more in your selling chat. So for example, imagine I made you a video just the way you love it, how would it start? That's a simple question. That's the question is more when you pitch on a custom, but in this case the sub or the fan will think about the whole custom and what he want to do with you when he is right now at your point, and will think about the model naked and so on. And that's really important that you like implement this one in your chatting as well. Or for example, you can also write like something like this: if I dance just for you tonight wearing that outfit, and then you send, for example, a free pic, what would happen next? In this case, this is the perfect start for script, because for example, you send this one, and then he think about what he want to do with you next. And to be honest, it's on 99% of the subs, he will think about anything sexual. So, and then on the next On the next part, you can go with this one, and then you know exactly how the fan is standing. And yes, that's the way where you can make a lot of money. So the number five, the point five of the selling points is also fucking important. To be honest, it's one of the important points here. Yeah, all points here are important, but this one is, to be honest, really important. Use we instead of I or you. You build a completely different connection with you and the fan, or yeah, in the thinking of the fan, it's like the model and the fan, but you mean, I mean, like, you build a such better connection between you and the fan, and that's crazy because when we write something like we are having such a hot vibe tonight, then the connection between you and the fan is so much different. Instead of you writing, maybe I have such a hot vibe tonight, it's so different, or you are having such a hot vibe tonight, because the sub is thinking about, in this case, he's thinking about himself. When you are writing like I, then he's writing about, like, maybe you are an egoist or something else. But when you're writing we, you have the connection between, and he will think about what was the hot vibe tonight together. And that's the point where we want to reach with the fan. Yes, that's the thing here in point five. So, next point is the point six. Tell short stories. Cool story here. Storytelling is story selling. So, that's more for spenders where, for example, bought a script a month ago or a week ago. Then you can remember the sub, how the last sexual part together was. And that's really cool because when you remember that and the sub remember that, you can pitch like on the emotional feeling back. And then he is directly horny and directly in the emotional feeling that he want to buy. And yes, that's yes, here the golden way where you can use the storytelling. So, point seven, talk about benefits, value, and explanation. That's more important when you sell a custom or when a sub won't buy a video because, for example, I don't know, it's so expensive for him, or I don't know. Then never try to pitch only on the price. You have to do it like in car confirmation when you um, like create, or I don't know the right word in English, to be honest. Um, when you start to create a car, when you go on, for example, Mercedes Benz, and you create your own car, you can put like um, black color inside, white color outside, like these lights, and you know what I mean, like the how you what you put in the car is different, and you can choose what you put in the car, and you have to sell like you create a car. So you sell the benefits. For example, when you want a car with a black color, and in this case here, the sub want like a car in black color, or he want a video with this and this, um, this and this content in, then you sell the benefit and the value, what is in the video and what want you, and then also sell an effort. For example, I did it just for you, and then you can take care of the pricing and handle with him the pricing aspect. But before you go on the pricing, first sell the benefit, the value, and the offered, and then the pricing. It's really important. So number 8 is more like just as a reminder, never pitch on a fan when he's not emotional or sexually invested in you. That's really important. Yes, when it's like the point, like here, wait, it's like the point here, point 3, find out where he's emotionally. It's like not the same, a little bit different, but it's an um, similar point here. Not pitch directly on a selling chat. Know all about the sub. Know where is he working. What is the hobbies from the sub? What are the hobbies from the sub? Um, what is his relationship? Is he single? Is he not single? Um, the age, the name, the whole name, and so on. And then you can find out where this sub is standing sexuality, yes, sexual and emotional. And then you can start slowly with pitching on a sub, pitching on a script, sorry, but never start too fast to sell anything. Yes, for example, when you write like this one, you can start directly selling, but in other in other situations not. So that's the 8 selling point list. I will send the 8 selling point list also completely in my free Telegram group. You can join there. The link is in the bio. Yes, I hope the video will help you in your agency. If you have any questions, you can also join the free group, the free Telegram group in the bio, and ask the question in the group. If you have any wishes to the next video, also go in the comments, commentating, or write it on the Telegram group. Thank you very much for watching and see you on the next video. Bye.